So let's talk for a second about tires. I haven't found a review yet on the Pirelli Angel GT2s, and I'm qualified exactly 0% to fucking give a review, so here we go. I have been a long-time user of the Angel GT1s because they're amazing. A lot of people don't like them because they come kind of with a real flat profile, like they're pre-squared off for you. And I can understand that because it felt like my bike got a lowering kit as soon as I put them on from the really tippy Diablos that were on there prior. And this is a 2016 Aprilia Tuono RR, so it's not exactly a small bike, but it's not exactly one of those big ass tourers either, you know. I bought the A specs because I wanted a little extra mileage, and because I know I'm taking this bike from Seattle down to San Diego on the PCH, and that shit's gonna happen end of next month or whatever, so I'll have plenty of time to scrub them in. I think as the crow flies today here in Seattle, I've had these for roughly 100 miles, and I can speak on a few things. Number one, I haven't really done any really aggressive corners to scrub in the sides, but when they're at temperature, you know, and I'm kind of leaning into those technical corners at low speeds around neighborhoods and stuff, I can definitely feel the bike wanting to tip in quite a bit more than the old ones. The old ones were pretty flat, you know. You kind of had to chuck the bike into a corner. When you were there, it was confident. You know, on the side of the tire, you got enough feedback to make things feel good, and you could kind of tell where your limit of grip was without pushing it too far. And I gotta thank the tire for that, because you know, those Diablos, they'll go and go and go until you low side, and I didn't feel like I had a whole wealth of feedback on those, you know. So Angel GT is good for that. Mileage second to none, man. I mean, I can't think of another tire, and I've used Michelin Pilot Road 4s on my old bike before I bought this one, and I can say the difference really is the feel under acceleration. That's what my principal complaint was with the Michelins over the Angel GT1s, was that there was so much siping. It felt like stepping on rotten fruit when you would really get after the throttle. It just felt gushy, and then it would I mean, the traction was there, right? But I don't know. Anyway, the GT1s didn't do that. Similarly, the GT2s don't do that, and I don't think I can really give you, you know, a quality review on these things until I take them into really, really bad weather, you know, like really rainy weather. But I can tell you they perform good at cold temperatures. I've had these out on the road super, super cold. I wouldn't say super cold, not like snow level cold. It's May after all. But I took it out in the morning when it was, you know, the dew was out and it was still pretty chilly. Cold for a riding morning, I guess, you know. Low 40s for sure. But yeah, so what have we touched on? The profile lends itself to cornering better. It's a little tippier of a tire. What are some other initial impressions? There's not a lot of road noise, but there's good enough feedback. And again, it's been a while since I've had a brand new tire on the bike, you know, so I can't be like, oh, it's 13.1% difference in feedback, and you can really feel it on the left butt cheek when you... None of that. It feels good, like I know what's going on the road, you know what I mean? And I have confidence under hard braking. I haven't drilled this thing hard enough to deliberately engage the ABS, but I don't think there's going to be any surprises there, you know what I'm saying? Like I've gone hard on the front, I've gone hard on the rear, and I've gone hard on combining both, and tire did not want to give way at all. It held steadfast, and I think that's important, man. I think you want that level of confidence. If you're quality at trail braking, and again, I haven't really done this at speeds above neighborhood speeds, right? 30, 40 miles an hour and stuff. But trail braking, you get the same consistent feedback. You can feel your brake pressure through and through, and it leaves a very connected feeling on the road. So confidence, I think, for point number 2 is high. Now 3 and 4, yeah, that was close, which would be like distance traveled, like mileage and how they wear in, and also inclement weather, right? Those would be the other 2 that are like kind of the most important pieces of this tire to try and review. I'm not going to be able to get to that probably until I get on my trip, because along the Pacific coast in the summer, I'm going to see everything from rain to extremely hot temperatures throughout the duration of this trip. And I'm really there's going to be parts of this trip where I'm going to give this tire a serious run for its money, because there's highly technical slow and medium speed roads that we're going to be hitting along the coastline of California. There are some really fast sweepers that happen around Central California, particularly on the 101. And I'm very eager to see if these perform as well as the Angel GT1s. And I'm stoked on them. I paid up for them. I mean, I paid a lot of money for these tires, but principally because I was so impressed with the Angel GT1. And I know these got big shoes to fill, you know what I'm saying, before I can be like, yo dog, you should spend that level of money on these things. But so far so good. This person's on her phone, not even paying attention. There you go, jogging guy. But it's May, and it's in Seattle, and it's beautiful out right now. That looks terrible. Guy looks like he's getting towed. I bet if he had Angel GT2s on his... No, I'm just joking. Let's stop and take a look right now. So first things first, we're not kidding. That's a Space Needle, so that must mean this is Seattle. But second, this is your profile right here. And like I said, I haven't really leaned these over too far yet, but they feel damn good everywhere, man. And I have confidence they're going to get good traction in the wet. Let's cover this boy up. And like I said, I'm right at the top of these letters where I started scrubbing. I didn't really get down on it. But you know, 100 miles in, what can you say? They definitely feel good. I think the tread pattern's really attractive. I think they look super good on the bike. And yeah, I cannot wait to take these out on the road, man. I've been ridiculously excited for my vacation coming up. And yeah, these are going to be my touring, get me there in one piece, hopefully, tires, man. So that's that. Hopefully you can take some value in that, trusting a guy that is not qualified at all to do tire reviews, just everyday use, everyday rider. I can tell you from my experience though with the first ones, these definitely feel better. They heat up nice and quick, and they feel way better when cornering, and I think that's what's important. So there you have it. That's my half-assed, completely unqualified, good old boy homie review of the Angel GT2 tires by Pirelli that just came out last month, I guess.
Playtime is over. Say what? Over. Say what? I got no time to play no games with you. Playtime is over. I got no time to play no games with you.